आले केलता सकाळी फोन केलेला. 1 वाजता केलेला फोन आशुदेवीच्या फोनवरनं. मग करते किती का आता. बरं ठेव, मी करते फोन. हॅलो, पाय दुखायचं थांबला का? नाही, या की मग बर्फानं शेकूया. audible, everyone? Am I audible? Okay. So in the last session, we completed string where we learned about how to declare string. Then we learned what is type function, how to use it. And then we learned what is len function, how to use. And we learned about indexing. We learned about slicing of string. We learned about positive indexing and negative indexing. We learned about slicing with positive indexing and negative indexing. Then we learned few methods where we learned that how to do how to make all my letters capital, how to make all my letters small, meaning using upper method and lower method. Why, Kiran? Am I audible, Kiran? You want to present something or what? Hmm? Kiran, are you the moderator? Check. You are the host now.
Yes, yes, yes. Hello, Sutismita. Sorry to disturb you. Actually, it is because of if in case some connection error from your side, then
Hmm.
meeting should not be end. Na? That's why I'm asking you to post me. And
Okay, okay.
yes, yes, nothing else. And secondary, actually, I changed the setting to don't allow to mute unmute themselves. So I have to change the setting. So students should be able to talk to you also. Okay. So please wait a minute. I'll allow to change the setting. Uh, Wait a minute. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Yes, I'll make you host, and then yeah, as per message you can do.
Okay, okay, fine.
Thank you.
Okay. So after that, we learned about count method, with the help of which we can find out that in a particular string, how many character we have, how many times one particular character we have. Okay. So that we can change and check how many times it's there in the string. And then we learned about find method, where we learned that how to check that whether a particular character, a particular word, or a particular phrase is present there in my string or not. Then we learned about then we learned about replace method, where we learned how to replace one specific character with another one character present in the string. Or maybe you can tick any of the character present in the string, and you can replace that with anything else. Okay, just like here we have space, right? Now I want to replace this space with dash. So what I have done, I have mentioned that I want to replace this with this. So first we need to mention what I want to replace, and then we need to mention that with whom we want to replace. Okay, like here my string is neural network, neural space networks. Now here I want to replace my capital N with capital L. After doing that, this is how it looks. All my N replaced, capital N replaced with capital L. Then we learned how to do concatenation, how to concatenate two different string. If you want to add something else in a form of string in between, you can do that as well. Then we learned about f string, where we can use placeholders for different variables. Here we have mentioned f, then our string, and here I am none other than dash dash. Now in this dash, in this two dash or three dash, whatever placeholder you have created, there you can mention your variable names. While you are printing, it will take that value we have in that variable and it will print accordingly. ये वेरिएबल के अंदर जो वैल्यू है इट विल टेक दैट वैल्यू एंड इट विल प्रिंट अकॉर्डिंगली. ओके, then we learned about in, which is nothing but a keyword of Python. Now, with the help of this in, we can find out a particular thing is present in my string or not. Okay, if it's there, then it will return us true. If it's not there, then it will return us false. Then we learned about, then we have one task, one problem, okay, where we have one phrase, we have one sentence, and you need to find out how many words you have in this particular sentence using any of the method we have learned till now. So any one of you tried this? Any one of you tried this? Yes or no over chat? Anything is fine. Yes or no. Okay, only Gauri tried. Is it? Only Gauri tried? Anyone else? Try to do this. I'm sharing this question, this sentence with you over chat. We have 17 people in the session and only one tried. So you guys don't want to do assignments, is it? सौरभ, इफ यू आर नॉट एबल टू कॉपी द सेंटेंस, यू कैन क्रिएट योर ओन सेंटेंस. कोई भी एक सेंटेंस आप बना लो. बना के ट्राई टू शो मी दैट हाउ यू कैन काउंट द नंबर ऑफ वर्ड्स प्रेजेंट इन दैट सेंटेंस. आप कुछ भी सेंटेंस ले लो. माई नेम इज सौरभ लिख लो. गौरी, आपका आंसर एकदम परफेक्ट है. आई विल टेल यू वन थिंग. द राइट वन आई विल टेल यू. आपने एकदम अच्छे से आंसर ठीक ही किया है. बट ओनली वन थिंग, वो मैं आपको बोल दूंगी. 2 minutes. Try to complete this. बहुत easy है. I'm showing you how to use different methods. आप यहाँ पे एक बार देख लो. I have given one hint saying use the count method. Okay, so I'm showing you how to use the count method. इससे ज्यादा easy और क्या ही हो सकता है.
तो पहले आईटी
This
है
is
फिर
how
बाद
we
में
use
ऑपरेशन है
count
मेजर.
method.
मेजर पहले होता है. मेजर क्या होता है? मेजर में आईटी. 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 ठीक है.
1 more minute. कल्पेश, मैंने तो ये स्प्लिट करना ये सब सिखाया ही नहीं.
मैंने वो थोड़ा पीछे सीखा हुआ था तो try करो।
हम्म. सॉरी. हमें.
मैंने वो खुद से सीखा हुआ थोड़ा बहुत तो वही ट्राई करो।
अच्छा, आपको काउंट मेथड यूज करके ये आंसर ढूंढना पड़ेगा.
ठीक है मैं करता हूँ।
ओके. सी, जस्ट फॉर योर नॉलेज, मान लो आपके कोई भी इंटरव्यू में interviewer, if the interviewer asking you to solve any specific problem with a specific method, okay, you can't use any other method in that situation. Okay, you might know the other ways, but you have to follow that way only to solve that problem. Else ये करना ना करना सेम ही है. ओके, तो मान लो इफ आई एम आस्किंग यू, आई एम द इंटरव्यूअर एंड आई एम आस्किंग यू टू सॉल्व दिस प्रॉब्लम विथ काउंट मेथड. नहीं तो ये तो हम ऐसे भी मैनुअली काउंट करके भी आंसर हमें आ ही जाएगा, राइट? और देयर आर डिफरेंट वेज ऑल्सो. बट इफ आई मेंशन कि यू नीड टू यूज काउंट मेथड, देन यू हैव टू यूज काउंट मेथड ओनली. इंटरव्यू में आप कोई भी दूसरा तरीका यूज करके यू कांट सॉल्व इट. ओके, तो उसमें भी आपको जीरो ही मिलेगा और ये ना करने पे भी आपको जीरो मिलेगा. तो दिस इज फॉर योर नॉलेज. You might know the other ways, but you have to follow this only. Okay, but कल्पेश यू हैव डन गुड, आपको पहले से ही पता था, स्प्लिट यूज करके भी ये भी like you have used your knowledge well. Okay, okay. Now for others, before that let me show you what Gauri shared with me. So basically what we need to do, how we can find out the number of words present in this sentence with the help of count method. We need to count how many space we have. Now the tricky part is finding out that what exactly we need to count. So वो गौरी ने कर लिया, that is finding out the space, the number of space. Now what she has done, she added one extra space. Okay, ताकि जितने space है उतना सारा words है. Okay, now if we go back, see, let's say I want to count how many words we have in this sentence. Let's say I have a dog. So I want to find out how many words we have in this sentence. Okay. Now, if I count the number of space, I have 1, 2, 3. 3 space. And how many words we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Now you take any sentence. Instead of this sentence, आप कोई भी sentence ले लो, आप बना लो खुद से. It is always, अगर 3 space है, then we have 4 words. If we have 4 space, it means we have 5 words. जितना words होता है, उससे एक space कम होता है. Right? So if we have 3 space, to find out how many words we have, we need to add 1. Right? Now, गौरी ने यहाँ पे गलत क्या की कि you can't change the given material. मैंने आपको जो सेंटेंस दिया था, you can't change that to find out your result. Okay, input जो था, that you can't change to get your output. That is the rule. आप खुद के like जो output चाहिए उसके लिए you can't change your input. ये याद रखना. Okay, in your interview also, if you are getting one sentence and you need to find out how many words we have, then you can't change the input material. Okay, so whatever I'm getting, I need to find out according to my knowledge. You can find out your output. Okay, so यहाँ पे what we have seen, if we have 3 space, then 4 words. If we have 5 space, then it means 6 words, right? So number of words is always one extra than the number of space. So here we can apply the same concept. If we get that the number of space we have, that is 90, so we can add 1 with it. That is universal, right? You can take any sentence, whatever number you are getting, you need to add 1 with it to get the number of words present in the sentence. Clear for everyone? Now you can try it out.
एक बात बता, तुम लोग एक बात बता, तेरी मम्मी के सामने बोला, बुरा मत मानना, तुम लोग जब काम रहता है तब तुम लोग टोकते हो.
और तो आता भी नहीं है. I thought he is asking something. Okay, is it clear, guys? Everyone, now can you try? Others, अभी नहीं करना है, बाद में कर लो. But समझ में आ गया क्या?
मैम एक बार और एक्सप्लेन कर दीजिए।
हाँ, so what you need to do, यहाँ पे जो hint था ना, that you need to use count method, this is how you need to use it. This is how. Okay, you need to find out the number of words.
ऐसा नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है। तुम लोग बीच में वर्षा के घर पे गए थे? गए थे,
Rahul,
किसी
should
ने
I
इन्फॉर्म
remove
किया मेरे
you
को?
from the session?
चल, वर्षा से मेरा बातचीत नहीं हो रहा है अभी, अलग बात है। अरे एक लड़की है।
Kiran, are you there in the session? Okay, so this is how you need to use, okay, count method. So what we have done, we have saved the number of count. Okay, what we have count when you are using count method, आपको क्या करना पड़ता है? You need to mention what you want to count. ये हमारा इनपुट सेंटेंस है, इसमें से what character you want to count. आपको W काउंट करना है, I काउंट करना है, स्पेस काउंट करना है, what you want to count. So if we want to find out how many words we have in this sentence, we need to count the number of space. और यहाँ पे मैंने आपको दिखाया ना कि जितना सारा स्पेस होता है वर्ड्स हमेशा उससे एक ज्यादा होता है। तो अगर मेरे पास 19 स्पेस है, विद द हेल्प ऑफ काउंट मेथड अगर मुझे 19 आए, आउटपुट 19 आए, तो आई जस्ट नीड टू ऐड 1 विद इट। ओके, सो आई कैन से द नंबर ऑफ वर्ड्स इन दिस सेंटेंस इज द आउटपुट नंबर प्लस 1। तो मैं आपको दिखाती हूँ। This is the sentence. Now, number of space. Okay. So we need to do this. This is my variable name. Okay. Dot count. This is a method. Sentence dot count. Now what we want to find out? We want to find out the space. Okay. Now, what we want to find? We want to find the number of words. Here we will get the number of space. So now you check number of spaces. Okay. It's 20. Okay. Play this first. $19. Okay. Now, what we need to do? We just need to add 1 with it. So we can write it like number of words equal to number of spaces plus 1. Okay. Now you check number of words. Who asked? Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
यस मैम।
Okay. Now let's move to least. Now you remember we talked about different type of structures. Initially, like सैटरडे का जो सेशन था उसमें we talked about different types of structures we have in this Python. तो structures के साथ साथ we need to remember that for every structure we have different characteristics. They are different. Then we learnt about integer, we learnt about string. Now, when we are talking about list, now list is one type of structure. Okay. Now, we have seen that when we declare string, the method of declaration is different. We need to mention them within double quote, right? Similarly, when we are talking about list, the way we declare list is also different. Okay. Now, here, what it's saying, earlier when discussing strings, we introduced the concept of sequence. In string, we have seen that string is nothing but the sequence of different characters, right? Now, when we are talking about list, here also we have sequence. Okay, first, second, third, these things are important here. The first one is what, the second one is what, the third one is what. The sequence of elements are important. Now, unlike string, they are mutable. Mutable meaning what? In string, we have learned that this is immutable, that once we declare one string, we can't change it. We can't take the first character and we can't replace that with something else. Once we declare our string, once we declare our variable, right, where we are keeping string as a value, that we can't change once we declare. But here in list, we can do that. After declaring our list, I can take the first element, I can replace that with something else. Okay, so this is different than our string. That's why here it's saying unlike string, they are mutable. Mutable meaning I can change them anytime. Okay. Okay. Another one is list are constructed with box bracket. And within box bracket, we mention all the elements and we separate them with commas. Okay. This is how it looks like. Now, let me show you another one. Here we are talking about list. And we have seen that this is mutable. And here also we have sequence, right? Now mutable meaning we can change them and we declare them within box bracket. Now, when talking about list, okay, here we have numbers. We can keep float value. We can keep string as well. Okay, now let's see whether it's possible or not. We have mentioned that we can include anything, but let's see. This is one boolean, this is string, this is float, these two are integer. Now let's see whether we can create something like this or not. Okay, first we have created one list with all integers. Now let's play this one. Now I have created two strings. Let's take one. Okay. Here we are using print method to print our string. Here we are using type method to check what type of data it's holding. Here it's showing list. What is the type of this particular variable? It's a list type. Okay. Next. Here in this my list, I have taken one string, one integer, one float, another one string, and one boolean value. Okay, this is also working. Meaning there is nothing like that I have to give same type of data while creating a list, right? I can give different type of data. I can create list with any type of data, right? Okay, next. Here another one thing, just like strings, the length function will tell you how many items are there in the sequence. Now I want to check how many elements we have in this length. Okay. Now I have one big question to all of you. Okay. In string, you have seen how we are using len function, right? You have used also, right? In the last session, we used this len function on string together, right? फिर आपने बोला कि कितने सारे characters है. Now here also on list, we are using len function. But can you tell me one big difference between these two? Anyone noticed any difference?
Ma'am, I guess in list we can store the multiple values, like we can store string value, float value, and integer value and all. But in lens, they actually count the number of stored item or stored values in the list.
Mm-hmm. So the question is len function, how it's different for string and for list. Len function is different for these two structures, right? So what difference you can see while using len on string and on list?
I think ma'am comma.
Near, but I want little detail. That is related to comma. Okay. See, in string, okay, and in list, okay. Now when I'm checking len for a string, this is a string, this is a list, right? Now when I'm checking for string, I'm implementing len on this. It will count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Counting all the characters we have or all the alphabets we have in the word, right? But here when I'm counting list, it's counting the values separated by comma only. So for list, len function will count it like 1, 2, 3. So if we implement len of A, we will get 6. And if we check len of B, we will get 3. Okay. Anyone confused?
No ma'am.
Sorry. Now moving to indexing. Now, just because we already know the concept of indexing, it's same here. Okay. But the same difference here, it will count it like this one is 0. This complete word is 0. Okay. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4. The concept is same. Let's say we have concept of indexing is same as string, but in string we count one alphabet, one character, but here we will count one whole element. Now the element can be of any length, meaning it can be one sentence, it can be one phrase, it can be one paragraph. मान लो लीस्ट का जो फर्स्ट एलिमेंट है दैट इज one string where we have 3 lines. That is also possible, right? Here we have this string is very small, but if you instead of this small string you can take one phrase as one element. आप एक 3 लाइन का सेंटेंस ले लो यहाँ पे, still we will count as one. Okay, before comma whatever is there that is one element for a list. So this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have total 5 elements. When talking about index, this is my 0th index, first index, second, third, fourth. So this is a list. I want to take the first one. I want to check the length of this. Okay, it's saying 5. Why? Because we have 5 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you tell me if I want to access this element, what code I need to use? What would be the code to access log loss? No, Pratik. Pratik, in code, everything is very important. If you are sharing the code, if I copy your code and paste it, I should be able to get the answer. When we are writing or typing something, you can write anything. But when it's a code, every bracket, every box bracket, every space is very important. First of all, the way you have mentioned loss function, इसमें तो आएगा ही नहीं. This will throw you error. Loss function, how it's written, you have to mention the exact way. Yeah, Gauri, very good. Very good, Kalpesh. Done? So I'm taking one of your code. Copy. Okay. Okay. What if we use a number which is not even there? We have 5 elements, right? So if we have 5 elements, it means we can access 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. After 4, if we give any index value which is out of range, if we ask to access that, it will give us error. Because 6 में तो मेरा कुछ है ही नहीं, right? So it will give us error. Then coming to slicing. Now when talking about slicing, the concept is exactly same, right? Like string. We can mention the starting value, then the ending value, whatever you want to access. Let's say if I want to access the first 3 elements, then I need to mention starting from 0, or I can skip the starting value, because if I don't mention any starting value, it will take everything from the beginning. Then we can mention 0, 1, 2. So I need to mention 0 to 3 or nothing to 3. Then I can access these 3 elements. Now I'm sharing this list with you. Guys, are you able to copy my code if I'm sharing over chat?
हेलो
हाँ
हेलो
बोलो। हाँ
मैम नहीं हो पा रहा है, कॉपी नहीं कर पा रहे हैं।
तो
ऐसा
फिर
क्लिक
गौरी
कर रहे हैं ना
कैसे
तो
कर रही है?
रिप्लाई का ऑप्शन है। आई डोंट नो मैम, आइडिया नहीं है, लेकिन नहीं हो पा रहा है इधर से। यू कैन नॉट चैट विद ड्यूरिंग मीटिंग, यू कैन नॉट।
चैट
आइडिया नहीं
नहीं,
है मैम,
आपको
नहीं
तो
हो पा
कॉपी
रहा है।
करना है सिर्फ।
यस मैम, ऐसे क्लिक करके ही कॉपी
Ma'am,
कर रहे हैं ना,
same
लेकिन नहीं
for
हो पा रहा है।
here, not copying your text.
गौरी आप कैसे कर
हाँ
रहे हो?
नहीं मैम, नहीं हुआ।
नहीं हुआ ना?
नहीं हुआ।
ओके।
नहीं हो रहा मैम, लास्ट टाइम भी नहीं हुआ था। कोई फाइल भेजते हैं ना मैम, वो डाउनलोड होता है।
अच्छा ओके, लेट्स डू वन थिंग। आप कोई भी 3-4 नाम ले लो खुद से, और ये टाइप कर लो। इतना सा ही तो है, आप टाइप कर लो बेस्ट। आई एम गिविंग यू 1 मिनट मोर, तो आप ये
मैम
टाइप कर लो।
स्क्रीनशॉट लेके कर सकते हैं।
हाँ हाँ हाँ, स्क्रीनशॉट लेके उसमें से कॉपी कर लो फोटोज में जाके। इफ यू हैव आईफोन तो ये जल्दी हो जाएगा, अगर नहीं होगा तो फिर भी वो एंड्रॉयड में भी एप्स होता है ना, या तो फिर आप टाइप कर लो। इतना एक ही तो लाइन टाइप करने में कितना ही टाइम लगेगा।
मैम कुछ डिफरेंट टाइप कर सकते हैं?
आप ये ही टाइप करो ना, इससे मुझे क्वेश्चन देने में आसानी होगा, इसलिए मैं बोल रही हूँ। नहीं
ओके,
तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, काम
ठीक
तो सेम ही होगा, बट जस्ट टू गिव यू द सेम क्वेश्चन आई एम आस्किंग यू टू टाइप द सेम थिंग। इफ यू आर डन, जस्ट से डन। So how many of you remember slicing from last session? Anyone who don't know what is slicing? Anyone who don't see slicing? Okay, सबको पता है, right? Okay. Then just to remind you how to use slicing. Slicing is nothing but, let's say if we take one list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I want to access from here to here, what I need to do? I need to mention the starting value. This is the starting value and this is the ending value, right? So the starting value, the starting index value, index always starts from 0. So 0, 1. So I need to mention 1 colon the ending value. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Now, if you want to include, if you want to get the access of 4, then you need to mention the index value of the next element. So it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I give this, then I will get the output 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, instead of positive indexing, if you want to access the last part, then you can mention the negative indexing as well. Here it starts with -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Now, apart from that, if you mention it like nothing 4, then it will start from the beginning. So it will print 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Same, if you don't mention the ending value, then it will print till the end. So it will print 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till the end because we haven't mentioned anything. Okay. So you can create like this and this as well. Okay. Now all of you created one list. Now what we are going to do, you need to access the middle two values. And in question number 1, you need to access these two. In question number 2, you need to access from here till the end. Okay, do this.
मेरी मम्मी को थायराइड है, कुछ बोल देना मेरी मम्मी अलग ही रोने लगती है, उसको इतना डर लगने लगता है अंदर से, एकदम डर जाती है एकदम।
ठीक है।
Hello, Rahul Mandal. Hello, Rahul. Hello. Hello, Sushmita. Am I audible?
Yeah, Kiran.
Yes. Hello,
I
Rahul.
think Kiran, I think Kiran, you should remove Rahul. He's doing this for multiple times. So
Yeah, I'll take action. Definitely, I'll take action, Sushmita, and yeah, I'll take it. Actually, wait a minute. If I am able to do. Okay, okay, wait. Hello, Rahul. Are you there? Hello, Rahul Mandal.
he is busy with something else. उनको सुनाई भी नहीं देगा. What are you saying?
And he's okay. I'll make sure to. ओके, उनको मैं कर दूंगा रिमूव ये, क्योंकि अभी वो 3 बार मतलब हर बार वो अनम्यूट करके कुछ ना कुछ बोले जा रहे हैं ना, तो होल क्लास डिस्टर्ब, सो आई विल राइट।
Zubair, can you show me your list?
I have sent, ma'am. 022. No, this list. Ma'am, second value, I guess, right? And first one I have.
अच्छा बोल दे उसको, बोल दे चुपचाप शांत है। घमंड भाई।
Zubair, add one more element. Zubair, add one more element. Mean squared error, then mean absolute error. I think you missed the first one. Mean absolute error add कर लो
Okay,
in the
from
beginning.
means absolute error to till what value?
आप पहले list change कर लो, then I'm telling you.
Okay.
पहले you add another one element, mean absolute error, फिर आपको समझ में आ जाएगा.
Yes, actually, I removed him. If he'll join again, please warn him to warn him about his mistake, and then allow him if he'll join. Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
हाँ किरण ठीक है.
अगर वो ज्वाइन होते फिर एक बार तो उनको अलाउ करो और एक बार ऑन करो। वैसे तो मैं हूँ
But
यहाँ पे
he is not
until
able to hear ना. He is not able to
yes,
hear.
yes, yes, that is the main issue, that he is not able to hear, and he can actually doing the same thing again and again. So yeah, I removed him.
Okay. Good Zubair. Good Kalpesh. Okay, Zubair, one thing. You started with 0, right? 0 meaning it will give you the output from the beginning, right? But here in the question 1 or in the question 2, I haven't asked you to include mean absolute error. Dekho, in the question 1, I asked you to include these two. And in the question 2, I asked you to include from here till the end.
Got it, ma'am.
Mm.
Actually, I don't understand from what value to what value, what value I have to select.
Okay.
That's why I have made mistake.
Okay. No problem. Okay. Another one thing to Prachwal. So what he has done, he has given the right answer only. Okay. So for the first question, he mentioned 1 to 3. Okay, he has mentioned 1 to 3, meaning 0, 1, 2, 3. So if I mention 3, then I will get these two. And in the next one, he mentioned 1, 5. Okay. And in that case also, starting from here and 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, again, I'm going back to the interview phase. In that situation, if you give this answer, this one is fine. But when I'm getting this, the first question I will ask you, don't you know about this?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
can, you know, right? So in that case, you might reply me with that. Okay, this will give you the same answer, right? Then why should I do this? Why not this? इसमें क्या खराबी है? Like this will give us the same output only, and this will give you the same output. तो मैंने ये किया, तो इसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम है? प्रॉब्लम कुछ नहीं है, इसमें आपको काउंट करना पड़ा, राइट? बट इसमें आपको काउंट करना ही नहीं पड़ता. तो दिस इज स्मार्ट वर्क. तो इसमें आपको ज्यादा नंबर मिलेगा, इसमें कम.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, if I need to access the values till the end, तो इसमें no brainer I will use this. For this I need to count, right? इसमें तो कुछ मुझे count भी नहीं करना पड़ेगा and I will get the output till the end. So why not this? So this is smart word. So in that case, you will get this reply कि आपने ये क्यों किया? Don't you know about this? And in case that person is not replying you, it means he will assume that you don't know about this. That's why you are doing this extra work.
Okay.
Okay, so you need to remember, ऐसा नहीं है कि ये मैं दिखाऊंगी तो I'm doing extra work, so he will be impressed. ऐसा नहीं होगा. Okay, this is for everyone. Others done? Harendra, show me your answer. Four. Okay, let's jump to the next part. So now indexing is clear and slicing is also clear for list. Now, next, the same thing, -1, -3. Then we learned about slicing. Now, we have done some task. Now you remember in string, we have seen that when we are doing concatenation, meaning adding something, how we do that? We mention one string plus another one string. Now we can't add string with integer, right? In the last session, we learned that if we have one string, one integer, we can't add them with plus, right? Now coming to this. In list operation, when we have one list and I'm adding another one element in my list, how we need to do that? This is one way of doing. Okay, let's say we have one list, which is loss functions. In the next line, loss function plus another one element. Okay, wait. What happened? Initially, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. Now, when I'm saying I want to add another one element to it, I have mentioned that element in a form of list and adding that with a help of plus sign. Now, after hinge loss, we are able to add another one element to my list with the help of this. Now, this is one way. Now, this is not the only way of adding. There are different ways as well. Okay, there are other ways as well. See. Why I'm showing you this? Because here I have added this element to my existing list, right? But after doing this, when I'm printing my loss function, it is still same. Here we don't have that extra element, right? This is the previous one only. It means this does not actually changing my original list. My original list is still same. Okay. Now, if you want to change your original list with this new element, meaning let's say in your list you have A, B, C. Now you want to add D with it. Okay. So what you have done, plus within box bracket D. Okay. Now in that case, if you want to save that, list 1, in that I'm getting A. Okay, this is my list. Now I want to add D with it. Okay, so let's say list 1 plus D. Okay, now if I check list 1, this is how it looks like. Now if I want to save this in my list 1, what I will do, I will write list 1 equal to list 1 plus this, meaning you add E with your existing list 1, and whatever is your output, which is this, save that as list 1. Now if I play this again, then you check your list 1, see, E added. Anyone confused?
No, ma'am.
Good. Now Now, while checking the length, we can do normal arithmetic as well. Meaning, let's say length is 6. Now, length of loss function is 6. Okay. Now, I'm multiplying that value with 6. So, 6 6 are 36. So, okay. So, the same way, we are going to use this length function for list. Now, here we have another one type of function. Till now, we have learnt about 2 functions. Sorry, 3 functions. One print, one type, and length. Now, here we will learn few more functions which we can implement here for list. That is, one is min. Min we use to find out the minimum value we have in our list. Okay. Now, it's very easy for numerical values. Like when we have 1, 2, 3, 4, implementing min function is very easy. Let's say we have this list. Now we are finding out minimum value in new list. Easy. Then we have another one function, that is max. Max we use to find out the maximum value. Okay. Now this is very easy because we have numerical values. Min, max. What about string? When we have these things, then what? Okay, let's check. Let's say this is my new list. Now I want to find out the minimum value we have in this list. Play. Out of all these, this capital value is the minimum value. Okay. Okay, let's try with capital B only. Now, can you guess what would be the minimum value in this list?
B, ma'am.
B, ma'am.
It means for numbers, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? We have the smaller value in the beginning and then we increase the value. Here, for alphabets, the smaller values are the capital values, meaning capital A, capital B, C, D, all capital alphabets. Then we have small alphabets. What if we have values like capital A and small b? Okay, so it's considering the first element we have in our element. So it's checking this one is small a, b, z, y, m. Okay, here we have two capital values, meaning they are smaller. Now I will check who is smaller, A or B. So A is the first alphabet. So A is, this is same like the way we used to get the roll numbers in our class. Same like that. First all A, then B, then C. Alphabetically we used to get our roll numbers, right? If we have 3 students, name starting with A, then we'll consider the next value, right? So let's see if I have A and A. Now you guess what would be the minimum value?
A,
AB.
Okay, one is saying AA, one is saying AB. Anyone else?
A, ma'am.
Ma'am, AA.
Understood everyone how it's giving us? Then what is the maximum value? First we have capital letters, then we have small letters. So the maximum value will be the smaller one. Z is the last value. So Z is our maximum. Okay. So along with print, type and length, we learned about minimum and maximum. How to find out minimum value and maximum value from a given sentence. Sorry, from a given list. Okay. Okay. Now, then we have sum. Okay, here we can find out summation of all the elements. Now, let's try. What it's saying that in my list, if I have integers, I can use this sum function because finding out the summation of integers is possible, right? But finding out the summation of alphabets or words is not possible, right? So for that, we can't use this sum function here for this list where we have strings. Okay, but I can do the same thing for this new list and okay, so we learned about mean, max, sum. This list is very easy. The next one is sorted. Sorting meaning ascending way sorting. Small to big. Okay. Sorted function returns the sorted list. Sorted function takes reverse boolean as an argument. Sorted function only works on a list with similar data type. Now, if you have integers and string, it will not work because if you want to sort out, if you want to find out minimum value and maximum value, the type of your data should be same. Meaning, if you have integers or if you have all boolean, Now boolean and integer, we can sort them in one, right? But if you have string, if you have names and 1, 2, 3, now how we will count that? How we will understand which one is bigger, which one is shorter, right? So for that, the one rule, if you are using sorted function, then you need to remember that the type of your data should be same. Okay. And what is the meaning of this? Function takes reverse boolean, meaning if you don't mention anything, let's say this is my new list. If this is my new list, now here I'm implementing sorted function and printing. By default, if we are using sorted method, sorted function, in that case, by default, we'll get ascending manner, small, then big. But if you want to do the opposite one, meaning descending manner, in that case, you need to mention that reverse equal to true, meaning I want to do the reverse. By default, what you supposed to give me, I want to do the reverse of that. In that case, you will get the bigger value in the beginning. Then the values will decrease. Okay, till here it's clear. Now, though we are using this sorted method, it is not actually changing my original list. Okay, it's just showing you what would be the output. If you want to save this output, then you can save this in any variable. Let's say this output I want to save. So I can write it like A equal to this. Now in A, I have saved this output. Okay. So though we are using sorted method, but it will not change my original list.
एक्सक्यूज मी मैम
Hmm.
अभी जो आपने अभी समझा ना ये डाल के वो कुछ समझ में नहीं आया
This one.
हाँ जिसमें
So if you are using, let's say here, I'm implementing new list. So this is my list. Now I'm implementing sorted function on this list. Okay. So this is my output. Okay, where we have argue, then burger, then linear, like that. Okay. Now this is different than my original new list, right? Yes or no?
यस मैम
So new list, this is my original list, and I want to sort them in ascending way, meaning the smaller value will be in the beginning and then the value will increase, right? Now, when I'm implementing sorted function on this, I'm getting this sorted output, which is different than my original list, right? Now, the point I want to tell you that is, though I'm implementing this sorted function on my new list, but it is not changing my original list. It is still same. So sorted function implement karke, I'm showing you, if you sort them in ascending way, how it will look like. Okay, it's like you are just checking in your trial room that how it will look on you. Now, if you want to change your original list, or meaning, let's say, if you want to save this output, okay, जो sorted answer मुझे मिला है, I want to save that because वो मुझे बाद में use करना है. Okay, so what I will do, I will write it like my let's say after sorted equal to sorted new list. Okay, now you check after sorting. Sorted.
यस मैम
Now we learned about few functions. Similarly, in string, we have seen that we have few methods like count, find, right? Replace. So here also in list we have few methods. One of them is append method. Now these methods are very important. You need to remember these methods. Why we use append method? We use append method to permanently add an item to the end of a list. You remember we added one item with so much task. Right? We have done a lot of steps. We have added this, then saved this somewhere. But the same thing, we can easily add one new element with my existing list permanently with the help of this append method. Let's say this is one list. Okay. Next, just hold on. Saurav, I'm not getting any notification.
Okay, ma'am, he's trying to join, but he couldn't able to join the meeting.
Um, I'm not getting any notification from that.
Okay, ma'am. No worries.
Kiran, can you please check? Can you hear me, Kiran? Can you please check? I'm not getting any notification for Rahul. Okay, Saurav, if you can tell him that he has to join with the registered email only.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. Now this is the list we have. Now if we check the length, this is this many elements we have right now. Now I want to add another one element with the existing link. See, I'm using append method. List name dot append. So remember we talked about the difference between function and method. So till now we have learned how to use function. We learned how to use mean function, max function, sum, sorted. Now we are learning about methods. So that's why the way of writing the code is different here because we are using method. So first we need to mention the list name, then dot, and then append. Okay. Now we are mentioning what I want to append. Let's say this is my list. Now I want to add one new word with it. Okay. What I will do, I will mention my list name. Dot append. This is the method name. So what we can add here? We can add, let's say, okay, play. Now check new list. Easy?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Calling the append method changed my list, and it will change the original list as well. Kiran, are you there? Kiran, Saurav sharing one screenshot where it's saying that maybe Saurav is not able to rejoin because um, the host removed him once, so is not
Not
able to.
Saurabh, ma'am. It's Rahul Mandal. He's trying to join but couldn't able to join.
Who is that? Saurav, no?
It's Rahul Mandal. Rahul Mandal
Oh,
wants to
sorry,
join.
sorry, my mistake. Rahul Mandal. Kiran, if you can help him. Yeah, because we are just 10 minutes left. Like, वैसे भी उनको कुछ समझ में भी नहीं आएगा ये 10 minutes जो है. Okay, guys. Now, okay. Now, another one method we have, that is extend. Okay. Now, what is this extend? With the help of extend method, we can add multiple elements in one go. Append, with the help of append method, you can add one element at a time to your list. But when talking about your extend method, with the help of extend, you can add multiple elements in one go. Matlab, let's say you want to add 5 elements to your list. So you can use extend instead of append, because with append you can add only one element. अगर आप 3-4 element add करने भी जाओगे, it will not add. Okay, it will throw us error. But if we want to add multiple elements, we need to use extend. And you need to remember this, that if I want to add one element, we'll use append. If we want to add multiple elements, then we'll use extend. Okay, so let's say this is my list, and I want to add these new words. Okay, 3 new words. So I can use extend method. Okay, add it. Let's go back here and try with this. This is my new list, and I want to add, let's say, all this. New list dot extend. Okay, okay, this is the use of extend. So both are different, right? Another one, that is pop method. Now with the help of pop method, you can pop out something, you can remove something. Okay, now using pop, we can pop off an element from the list. By default, pop takes off elements at the last index, meaning if you don't mention that which one element you want to pop off, in that case, by default, automatically it will remove the last element. Okay, now how we will mention which one we want to pop out or pop off? We need to mention its index value, not the exact value. Meaning if I want to remove 8, I will not mention 8, I will mention the index value of 8. Meaning this is my new list, right? Now let's say I want to pop off linear. What is the index value of linear?
3 मैम,
4 मैम,
3 3
3 ma'am.
3. 0, 1, 2, 3. Now, new list dot. Now let's try with default one first. So it's popping this last value. Now let's check. The last one removed. Right? Now, I want to remove, let's say, linear. So the index value is 3, right? So I will mention 3. Okay. Now let's check my current new list. Linear is not there. Linear removed. Okay. Guys, understood?
यस मैम. मैम वन क्वेश्चन इज लाइक, ये जो आपने न्यू लिस्ट जो ऊपर की है ना, जैसा कि नीचे आपने 23 नंबर की जो शीट है उसके अंदर आपने न्यू लिस्ट पॉपअप नंबर 3 डाला, फिर डबल से जाके ऊपर प्ले कर दिया, तो ये मतलब इसको पता कैसा चलता है कि न्यू वैल्यू कौन सी है? मतलब ये इसके नीचे वाली वैल्यू काउंट करता है या जब जब आपने प्ले करे वो टाइम का काउंट करता है?
यहाँ पे लाइक व्हेन यू प्ले, यहाँ पे मैंने प्ले कर दी है, so my new list updated in my memory. Okay, so here this sequence doesn't matter. Here the memory is 1. Okay, so here if I tell you that new list से linear out कर दो, तो in my memory, in my computer's memory, it's saved that new list में अभी linear नहीं है. तो अभी आप यहाँ पे जाके न्यू लिस्ट प्ले करो या 3-4 सेल नीचे जाके प्ले करो, इट विल गिव यू द लेटेस्ट वैल्यू यू हैव फॉर न्यू लिस्ट.
ओके
तो बिफोर प्लेइंग दिस, जब मैंने ये प्ले किया था, बिफोर दिस वन, जब मैंने ये प्ले किया था तब मेरे पास लीनियर था, तो इसलिए इन लोगों ने दिखाया. तो फिर नीचे जाके मैंने उसको लीनियर को निकाल दिया. तो अभी आप यहाँ पे न्यू लिस्ट प्ले करो या तो फिर यहाँ पे करो, आपको सब जगह पे जो लेटेस्ट है वो ही दिखाएगा, लीनियर नहीं है. और ये सारे एडेड है. ये एडेड तब नहीं हुआ था, देखो यहाँ पे जाके मैंने ऐड किया था, तो यहाँ पे तो नहीं दिखाना चाहिए, राइट? बट इट विल शो यू, आप जहां पे भी जाके न्यू लिस्ट प्ले करो, इट विल शो यू द लेटेस्ट वन, बिकॉज इन मेमोरी न्यू लिस्ट इज दिस नाउ. आप कहीं पे भी जाके प्ले करो, आपको यही मिलेगा.
यस. और मैम एक क्वेश्चन ये था, जैसा कि आपने ये एक्सटेंड किया है, पॉप किया है और ये अपेंड किया है, ये सारे स्टोर्ड नेम्स है क्या पाइथन के?
हाँ, ये सारे मेथड्स है.
ओके
ये मेथड्स है जो मैं आप लोगों को सिखा रही हूँ
ओके.
कि ये है, आपको वो जानना चाहिए, बिकॉज
फॉर
नेक्स्ट टाइम
एग्जांपल मैम, इसके अगर इसकी स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक होती है, अपेंड कर
तो नहीं
मतलब
काम
append
करेगा.
कर काम नहीं करेगा. ओके ओके मैम.
ओके, नाउ इसके बाद थोड़ा बहुत और भी मेथड्स है, विल कंटिन्यू दिस इन द नेक्स्ट सेशन. ओके, so till now we have learned till pop. Okay, so we'll share you this one ताकि थोड़ा देख भी सकते हो what are the other things we have. Okay, then we'll give you this task. अभी आपको नहीं करना है, ये मैं फिनिश कर दूं फिर आप कर लेना. Okay, any other question guys?
मैम ये शीट,
हाँ, ये तो मैं शेयर कर दूंगी. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट,
मैम ये पॉप में अगर नाम डाल के हटाना हो तो वैसे हो सकता है क्या?
कम अगेन, और एक बार बोलो.
पॉप में मैम जैसे नेम वाइज डालकर उसको हटा सकते हैं वैल्यू को.
इट विल गिव यू एरर. मैं दिखाती हूँ. जहाँ पे जो डालना है आपको वही डालना पड़ेगा, नहीं तो इट विल नॉट वर्क. दिस इज कॉल्ड आर्ग्यूमेंट. ओके, जो भी मेथड्स आप यूज कर रहे हो, इफ इट टेक्स आर्ग्यूमेंट, इट विल टेक दैट वन ओनली विच इज अलाउड. तो पॉप में हमारा इंडेक्स वैल्यूज लेना अलाउड है, तो इंडेक्स की जगह इफ आई गिव एलिमेंट नेम्स, it will not take. What it's saying, string object cannot be interpreted as an integer, meaning I want integer, but you have given string object, so I'm not able to interpret this. Okay, so pop will take integer as its argument. ये ब्रैकेट के अंदर, ये पेरेंथेसिस के अंदर whatever we mention, it is called argument. So ये argument, it's looking for some numbers, some integer. But when I'm giving this, it is not able to understand. That's why it's saying string object cannot be interpreted as integer. Okay, so it will not work. Okay, guys. ये शेयर करना पड़ेगा ना. Received. Received.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, guys. Thank you. Bye.